So we are back with a brand new episode of Walkin Talkin with Tim, and my guest today, who was very hard to get, by the way, to book this woman, is Stacey Linderman, and Stacey is the owner and president of A6 Fin Biz, right?
Yep, excellent.
Excellent. So Stacey, world Stacey, Stacey's going to tell the world exactly what it is that Fin Biz does.
Thank you. I am really excited to be here. Steve knew, Tim, that I'm like a huge fan. I've been like watching all your episodes and stalking you for a long time. So this
You almost called me Steve Cooper though.
my God!
I heard it. I heard it. But
I
you keep going.
don't know why. I don't know what's wrong with me.
Steve will think that's cool.
I think
I pointed it out that Steve's gonna laugh.
I think it's because we just saw him together, but oh God. So I really am really excited to be here. And the name of my company is A6 Financial and Business Optimization.
Yep.
We are a CFO on retainer company, and we provide all kinds of CFO services. Yes, we're an outsourced consulting company, but I don't necessarily consider us a consulting company.
Right.
We don't deliver, these are your problems. We actually come in and
Here's your solutions.
Yeah, we actually come in and fix the problems for you. Our key client is the CFO themselves.
Right.
Who just wishes they can clone themselves.
Probably overwhelmed, right?
They're overwhelmed. They want to just be able to occasionally take a vacation, to golf on Fridays. They want to slow down a little, but not actually have to leave their job. So we're sort of the ghost workers, and we, just make their lives livable.
Exactly. So I don't actually work there, but potentially I'm a mascot today, I guess.
Okay, love it.
So your journey is really interesting to me because you're from PA. You said, northeast.
Yep, right northeast.
Can't even say it. Greater northeast.
Yeah, all the way up near where Franklin Mills is.
And you went to Washington
High School. Yes.
And you said you really weren't an athlete. You really weren't into music or anything like that. You were just kind of getting through and doing your own thing. But you had a lot of you worked when you were really young. You said you washed dishes when you were 9 years old at a restaurant.
Yeah.
Like what?
One of those big machines where you put the dishes in and you run it through.
There's laws against that, right?
I know. It was like my friend's father. He would bring us in on Saturday nights, and you were paid cash, and I loved it.
Get paid in food.
Yeah, and I always worked. I just always wanted to work. I wanted to have different experiences. I worked on an ice cream truck and sold sneakers and all kinds of whatever I did.
You said you worked at McDonald's for a couple days. That didn't work out.
3 days. Yeah, it wasn't.
That didn't work out.
A lot of grease.
Yeah, she resigned, but it was all good.
Yeah.
So then you end up going to college, and you went to Pierce.
Yes.
And you said Pierce, and you also went to Widener, both with the idea of becoming a paralegal. You thought about becoming a lawyer and all that good stuff. So that's pretty interesting. But what's more interesting is you didn't do that. And tell them why.
I didn't. I love the law, and I still do. And you take every piece of your history with you and leverage it throughout your life and days and career. But I found myself in a finance role. Just kind of fell into it because I was good at it. And so I was analyzing budgets and doing projections and cost recovery and all this good support and stuff to other people, which I love so much. And I realized this is my passion. I was always good at numbers, but it was my superpower.
Right, but you went from Widener to Drexel to get your MBA.
Yes,
and while you were at Drexel, you got this position that was basically an interim position, right?
Well, I started out, I started out at Drexel doing FERPA laws and release of informations and contracts for clinical practices.
My point is, you didn't know this was going to happen.
No, I had no idea it was going to happen. And then I was really managing finances for a while, and I thought, I actually need to get a degree in this.
Right.
Because it all came very natural to me, but when I started school, I realized, that's why I do that. Or that's a law. Thank goodness I was doing that, right? So it just kind of reinforced it, made it legitimate, I guess.
No, it makes a lot of sense. I mean, and that job at Drexel, you ended up taking, right?
Yeah.
You were basically their CFO, right?
Yeah. Well, I was at Drexel for 19 years.
Yep.
The director of, I guess it was a VP of budgets or whatever, CFO for the last like maybe 3 years until that entity closed.
Gotcha. So 19 years, and then
So like 22 all in. Really.
I know, right?
Crazy.
Let's
to think
link
about.
those 22 years to what I call the big right turn, right?
Okay.
So you told me two things. There's two stories you need to tell. One
Okay.
is the elevator, is the elevator story, and then two, why you made the big right turn.
Okay. So the finances at Drexel or Duo and all the different entities, the job itself, I really enjoyed it. I like
Yes.
the HR piece, I like the finance piece, I like the whatever. But that senior VP type of level job,
Came at a
my
cost.
personality did not necessarily fit that. Like my
Well, you're personable.
like my, and especially for a finance person, like my wanting to see someone and say, if I love their dress,
Yes.
I'm gonna say, I love that dress, she looks beautiful. Or if I see a custodian, I know their
Hey, how you doing
names.
today? Right.
And to me, it was like I always treated literally the president of the university to the person that was cleaning,
Maintenance, whatever.
maintenance, exactly the same.
Yes.
And that was
frowned upon.
That was odd. That was frowned upon.
You just say it was frowned upon.
It was frowned upon. So and my like,
You didn't
"Hi,
like it.
How are you? How are you doing? How are the kids? You know, was like, that is not how you act as an
right.
executive. Like that is, what are you?
Not
like,
okay.
You're like literally called into HR and said, and the elevator story was, I think I walked on the elevator once, like with my boss at the time, and the guy, there was a guy on the elevator, and I'm like, oh, I love your new suit, that's great.
Right.
Did you just get that? And he's like, yeah, it's new. And then she was like, why would you talk about a suit? Why did you just do, that is not what we do. You don't, like, it was a whole conversation that I told him I liked the blue, navy blue on him. And I thought, I'm just in the wrong place. Like,
Yeah.
I'm losing my
Your personality.
authenticity.
Yeah. Losing your soul.
Yes.
You-
Yes.
You want to be able to wake up in the morning and think, I want to go to work.
I want to just be me.
Yeah.
I don't want
These
this.
people I want to hang out with.
Yes.
Right?
I don't want the filter of trying to fit into this role that, yes, I'm qualified for mentally, and was really good at it, but it didn't align with me.
No. And essentially, you know, the way you tell the story is the elevator story, in my opinion, it is your big right turn.
Yeah.
That was kind of like your pivotal point, saying, I don't want to do this. This is not the life I want to live.
No, I was looking down the barrel of, I was young, I don't know, like mid-40s, and I'm thinking, I'm gonna do this for the next 20 years. I'm gonna not be
Hell
able
no.
to smile at somebody, and for the next, like, I'm gonna
Yeah, and
pretend
you're gonna be forced to be an old curmudgeon,
yes,
you know. And who wants that?
like
You know.
I just,
No, I know the money's great, but your life needs to be great too.
and you had benefits, and you had a great time off package,
Yeah.
and all these great things, and it probably was one of the bravest, biggest leaps. I don't come from a family background of entrepreneurs. People
Right.
thought I was losing my mind. They were
In-
like,
in
wait,
fact-
what are you doing?
In fact, let's talk about that. So you
Yeah.
don't come from a family of entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
You're very close with your mother, right?
Oh, she's
But
a
you-
saint, yes.
But however,
yeah.
you said that your dad left kind of early.
Yeah, I left kind of early. Well, my dad, I knew you had told me that your dad was a truck driver, and I
Yes.
said my dad was a truck driver also. Well, he started at a Keebler Company. My grandfather worked at Keebler Company. We were a union family. My dad then worked at Keebler Company, and the plant closed in Philadelphia. So I think he rode a truck for like maybe, it could be less than a year.
Right.
And then, he was then a photographer, and then he was a masseuse, and then and he worked quite a few years at a prison, like he was a prison guard, and he just was not happy. He was not happy with life. And really looking back, he was definitely bipolar, and there wasn't medicine at the time. And so he really didn't want to be there. I mean, there were just times, like he would always say, as soon as you turn 18, I'm out of here. So like, and so when, I mean, it's probably right after my birthday, we lived in a row home.
Right.
And like, so there was really no backyard. Like it was, you looked out the back window and it was your driveway.
Right.
And so the garage door opened, which was probably right under my bedroom. And I look out the back, window, and he's packing the car. And I thought, all right, I guess he's finally leaving.
That's crazy.
And that was like the last we saw of him.
It's crazy.
I was like young, it was like years ago, but it was good. It was like a good, like he needed to go.
Right.
My mom jokes now. She's like, you know, I think it was you. You pushed him over the edge. You. She said to me once, like, you had something happened. I came home and I think I needed air in my tire or something. And I had asked him about the air in the tire, and his face, like, he just couldn't stand it. He just didn't want to be there. And I think like the air in the tire like pushed him over. Like he just was very unhappy. And so
that's a tough pill.
Yeah, but when
regardless of how it turns out, it's still a tough pill.
And then like and my sister's
I mean for him too.
Yeah, for him too. Like for him too, you know.
Yeah, it can't be any good for anybody really at that point.
Yeah. So it was like he was just, and you know, I tease my husband, like I'll say, listen, I love you, but I'm gonna move out, and when the kids go off to college and you'll come back, then you'll move back in, we'll move in back into each other. I would never leave, but it is hard. It is hard raising a family, and he wasn't happy, and it didn't make any of us happy.
It's nice that you would never leave.
Yeah, no, I'm not really leaving, but I tease. I say,
it's good news, Paul.
Yeah.
Nothing to worry about.
I'm not leaving him.
Nothing to see here.
Maybe.
Nothing to see here.
The kids maybe, but you know, like it's hard. The teenagers, and my dad was one of it. Was me, my sister, my mom, with 3 girls, and teenagers, and you know, moods, and he just
lions and tigers and bears.
He just yeah. And my sister's like a no nonsense. It was like that might have been on a Thursday. I think Saturday morning she like woke us up and like had big trash bags, and we just started throwing all his clothes in the trash bags and cleaning out the house and moved on.
Wow. And the reason that came up was because we were talking about, you know, family businesses, and you were saying, you know, you kind of envied some of the family businesses that you saw, and the relationships between the parents and the kids that work there, because you know, in your words, you said that these parents love these kids so much that they really wanted to see them do well, and they're willing to teach them everything that they know because they want to see them be okay.
Well, seeing you and your daughter, I have to tell you, like you're
I was glazing over that.
Well, you're inherent, like you can see you just love for her future, your respect for her. You're a mentor in general, I think, to all of us, right? You legitimately want what is best for her, and you could tell it's like you love her more than you even love yourself. Like you're just that, and I know, and I think that sometimes just like the kids don't understand that's not every parent. Like that is really like she won the dad lottery. Like, you know what I mean? Like
she won the mom lottery too.
Oh, I love it. And I see like the things my husband does with my kids, and I think, oh my God, like he will go on vacation with the kids, and he will like go to all their sporting events, and fills out their forms. I'm like, I didn't my dad. I don't know if he stopped going on vacation with us when we were like 8, 9 years old. Like we was just me, my mom and sister. Like there was no like. I lecture my kids all the time. I'm like, you have no idea what you have. Yeah. Like your father, like legitimately, he's hard on them because he loves them so much.
And that's it, you know, and that's, you just hit the nail on the head. I was hard on my kids when they were young too, but the reality is, I just wanted them to be okay.
Yes.
I wanted them to grow up and be successful.
Yes.
Not, you know, in every way. Be a nice person, and be a good person, and get a good job. Be able to, you know, like you said, rely on yourself.
Yes.
To live, that kind of thing. So I feel that way, and yes, that's what I want for both my kids, and I think we did that. I think we got my wife and I, we definitely put the work in.
Yeah, like it is a lot to try to create these like humans that are, and your daughter I love. I mean, she's so smart, such a bright star. There's so much, she's already so brilliant, and there is so much potential in her.
Oh, she's fantastic.
She
Both
really
of my
is.
daughters are absolutely amazing.
She is.
They have far surpassed what I was imagining they were going to do. I know that they're going to do a lot, but you never know when you're the actual parent how far they're going to go. You're like, oh, what's going to happen now? Mm-hmm. So, but yeah, they're both really successful, and they're both great kids. They're both great people, and you're right. I couldn't be more proud of my kids.
It's fantastic.
Period.
It's fantastic.
Period. In every way.
Oh, I love that.
So there's that.
I love it. Can I give you a high five? Can we do that on the...
There you go.